So we're okay.
It's hard watching them grow old.
And I just feel brilliant.
It looks like a really wicked current. I thought I'd come and sit next to you. It did stop.
Welcome to the channel. As we begin a second year living full-time in our motorhome, friendship has been a feature. Van life chores done, Sue and I are living our best life in retirement, catching up with friends, having lots of fun and spending all our time with our two dogs, Archie and Fudge. With you and I, the future is bright. So you've probably guessed it. Here I am, sitting in a car park again. This time it's in Henley, because we're now going to a site at Henley, and I think we've booked in for about 3 days. No idea what Henley's like. I have never been here before, I don't think I've even passed through before. Sue has been here before because about 100 years ago, when she was at university, she worked at the regatta. Oh, that's exciting, somebody's calling me. Oh, hang on, I'll catch you lot later. So that phone call was from Sue. She's in the shop and ringing me to ask me to check in the freezer to see if we've got peas, you know? Van life is just the same as ordinary life, really, isn't it? These really important things that just happen. And we do have peas in the freezer. So we're okay. We've arrived at Swiss Farm. We're paying £32 a night here, which is quite expensive. But when you think of it in comparison to the one we talked about last week, I think it was last week, it's good value for money, £32, because you've got a fantastic toilet block. It's clean, it's neat and tidy. That's probably why it's quite full. It's actually the busiest place that we've been to this time of year. But it's not surprising, really. There's even a cafe on the site. So to be honest, here, Henley, just a 15-minute walk from Henley, in my book, this makes really good value for money. I am really quite impressed with it. We're on a fully serviced pitch, which is the £32 a night that we are paying, which sounds expensive, but when you compare it to some of the other places we've stayed, I mean, it's a top quality site. And behind me, it might be difficult to see because of the sun. The sun's behind me. Is this massive expanse. This is a dog walking area. You're allowed to leave your dogs off the lead here. There's other parts of the site in the opposite direction, kind of behind the camera, where again there's a big expanse of fields, but dogs need to be on their leads over there. So that's kind of fair enough, really. You really don't mind that they've really thought about it. As you can see, fully serviced pitch with a TV point. Yeah, you've just got about everything here. I understand there's a pool as well, although I don't think it's open. It's an outdoor pool. I don't think it's open this time of year, which is fair enough. It's cold at the moment. It probably would cost them more to heat it and, you know, treat it and do all the chemical stuff. So I expect in the summer it's a lot more expensive, but this time of year, perfect. Morning everyone, it's an incredibly windy, blustery day today, but the sun's out and it's definitely feeling warmer than it has for the last few days. Sue and I are off for a walk into Henley-on-Thames. We do have the pooches with us, although we've only just set off. Archie's done a poo, so Sue's running back to the poo bin, but Archie's lying down already, which probably means his leg's hurting a little bit today. So we have said that worst comes to worst, we will get the bus back. So we've made it to the edge of Henley-on-Thames, just going into the shopping area. Looks like there's quite a lot of little independent shops here, which is always nice to see, isn't it? Rather than some of the big chains.
look like a nice young lady. I thought I'd come and sit next to you. So, does this remind you of a misspent youth whilst at university? Because Sue actually worked here when she was a student at the, what's it called?
Leander Club.
Leander Club. She said she earned more from tips than she did from pay, because of course all the people that come here are that kind of wealthy boating lot. So Sue's being reminded of her misspent youth whilst we walk through Henley-on-Thames. And there it is, the Leander Club, where Sue earned her fortune as a student. And hopefully you can see behind me the River Thames. It's running very quickly today. Definitely wouldn't want to be in there either swimming or even in a boat of any description. It looks like a really wicked current. I'm sure the boaters think it's fine. As you can see, I'm outside Singers Park. There's what? Oh, there's something down there. So I think we will need to break out in song fairly soon. We'll go and find out. Okay, I cannot work out what Singers Park is, other than it is a mooring, so maybe it's just the name. But I did think it was more than appropriate for me to sing a song. It feels like you should sing a song. So, appropriately, row, row, row your boat gently down the rather big stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And here we are in yet another pub. Although I'm on lime and soda today, I felt thirsty. Sue is on her standard half a lager. She may end up on a glass of Malbec before we leave. So we're currently in the graveyard of the church and outside the chantry house. Not quite sure what a chantry house is, but Sue says it's something to do with the wooden beams. But what we're trying to do is find the grave or the monument to Dusty Springfield. And I have to keep exploring a bit more because I haven't found it yet. So this is it. I am stood by the gravestone for Dusty Springfield. I have to show this one to my mum because I'm pretty sure Dusty would have been one of her favourites in the swinging 60s. As you can see, lots of flowers around the grave, so there's a lot of people still very fond of her. Poor old Archie's struggling a little bit today. He's a bit more ploddy than usual. So on the way back from Henley, we've had to stop a couple of times and just let him lie down and take a breather. Oh, it's hard watching them grow old. You're doing all right, old man. You're doing all right. Hi gang, it's another move on day today. Now today, I just thought I'd share this. Do you ever wake up in the morning and feel absolutely brilliant and on top of the world? That's the way I feel today, and I don't know why, but I think it might be something to do with the sun being out.
and it feels like warm on your body, doesn't it, when the sun's out? And I just feel brilliant. And I'm in a car park again while Sue's doing the shopping. Unfortunately, Sue doesn't feel so brilliant because she, it was running yesterday, it was really windy, and she's got very sensitive eyes and they've got quite red. So she's going to pop in and see the pharmacy and see if they can do something with that, because they were really sore for her last night, and she says today they're really itchy and tingly, and I can see that they've now gone quite red. But I just thought, I don't know why do I feel so good? I do. I can't wait for the weather to start improving and for us to be able to get the chairs out and sit outside and read our books and things like that you can do relaxing in the summer in a very different way to the way that you do it in the winter. I can't wait. We're moving on today to a site, can't remember what it's called, but we have stayed there once before. It's not far from Marlborough. I think it's probably a little bit too far from Marlborough for us to be able to walk into the town with Archie, poor little boy. It is market day tomorrow, so we probably will try that. We'll just have to see. We might be able to even get a bus. And look, the hair is gone crazy. So we're going to have to somehow try and get a haircut as well. And Sue's moaning about hairs as well, even though she only recently had it cut in Bath, I think. But anyway, crazy hair, crazy day, crazy sunshine. I can't think of anything better. So we have arrived at Postern Hill Camping and Caravan Club. Oh no, hang on. It's one of the Camping in the Forest sites, and they're no longer affiliated to Camping and Caravan Club. They're just about to have an independent booking system. At the moment they're using PitchUp. But it's Postern Hill, it's just outside Marlborough. It's next to a whole load of woodland which you can see behind me. Hopefully it's really bright sunshine, so I'm not sure. I'm hoping there's no shadows all over the place. It's sunny, as you can see at the moment, so it's absolutely beautiful. Just a few minutes after we arrived, it was hailstoning, so the weather is rapidly changing, and we're kind of parked up in a lay-by. Really friendly welcome to the site. And there's a little bit of hard standing on a corner, and they've put us there because they're a bit worried about the ground and us getting stuck on the ground whilst we're here. And we don't want to be stuck on the ground. So they brought some plastic mats over for us as well. We're up on chocks on one side, and we've chosen to park with the door coming out onto the grass rather than the door coming out onto the road, which means, well, I'll show you in a minute, but it means we've got chocks on the door side, which means it's a big step down, and for old Archie it means that we've had to get our ramp out, and we do. So Sue and I are heading off, going to check out the woods, take the dogs for an afternoon stroll, and en route we're going to check out the toilet block, which the person on the site, the warden, when we arrived said it's a bit old and dated, needs an update. That's planned, so it is what it is for now.
are waiting for the bus to take us into Marlborough. It's a very short journey, but it's just not one that Archie's going to make there and back. But we've just been told by the warden on the campsite that we'll actually be quite lucky if they stop. It is on the Stagecoach app as a stop, and I've just looked at it again, and it is here. There's a post but no board on the post, so we're just keeping our fingers crossed that the bus will actually stop for us and we'll be able to get into Marlborough. Well, as you can see, it did stop and we both made it. Not something you see every day. So Sue says we noticed this last time, I don't remember it, but look, Rick Stein's got a restaurant here. Willows and Wolf. We've just about come to the end of the high street, and right at the end of it is this beautiful church. Seems quite big for a little town. I suppose churches at one point really were the centre of communities, and everybody went. Down this interesting little side street with all sorts of quirky little shops, some charity shops, but they don't look like that at all. The India shop, intriguing. The Merchant's House tells me it's a 17th century historic house and garden, shop, museum, and guided tours are available. The tour today was at 11 o'clock, so we've missed that. How intriguing. They're all sorted with their Easter stuff. So we've just spotted a little yard, Hughenden Yard Cafe and Shops. So let's take a look in here. I like these little nooks and crannies. So we'd be in there if we still lived in a house. So we'd be finding all sorts of little bits and bobs. That's why it's safer to live in a van. At least we only have to buy camera equipment and gadgets. Interesting little nook. Where's the cranny? Half a lager and a packet of crisps before our journey back on the bus. So, just before I end this video, I wanted to give you a couple of little updates. So first one, coming back from Marlborough by bus. No problems at all, although as we dinged the bell to get off, the bus driver shouted down and I went up and he said it's not a stop here, but he did stop and he did let us off. So Stagecoach need to sort that out because it's clearly on their app as a stop, and we managed to get picked up and we managed to get dropped off, but I'd hate it to be a bit random for, you know, for people that we're trying to get in and out from the campsite. Stagecoach, sort yourselves out. Second one, Sue and her eyes. So her eyes are starting to feel better. She did see the pharmacist. In fact, she ended up seeing a couple of pharmacists because the first one, what they recommended wasn't in stock. And what they gave her, they said they think it's an eye infection, and what they've given her are some antibiotic drops. So she started those. Was it yesterday? Was that the day? I kind of lose track of time now. Anyway, she started those the day we arrived at this site. No, day before yesterday. They said if it's not cleared up or it's not a lot better within 48 hours, then she does need to see a doctor. But she's saying, thankfully, it is starting to get a lot better. And she's got to carry on using those drops for 5 days. And then hopefully that'll be the end of it. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much again for watching, and if you're still with us, then think about giving us that thumbs up. We really do appreciate that. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, remember to subscribe, and don't forget to ding that little bell, and that way YouTube will notify you every time we post a new video. Otherwise, until next time.